Welcome to the Get Out There and Get Known podcast. Join Pam Perry, veteran PR strategist, Emmy award-winning producer and publisher of Speakers Magazine, who will show you how to crack the code in getting out there to get known. Each week, she either interviews her media friends, PR colleagues, or she just goes solo, offering you strategies on publicity, publishing, and platform building. So listen up to hear how to get booked on media places and on superstar stages. Now, here's your host, Pam Perry.
Hey, this is Pam Perry. Welcome to Get Out There, Get Known podcast. And today I really want to talk about 2022. But let's first review 2021 because I think you can't really go forward unless you know where you've come from. And so for me, knowing that certain things that you have to do in order to succeed, I want to go over some success principles, not just about marketing, PR, and branding, but just in life in general. So this is more or less like a general podcast of how to make your dreams come true in 2022. That rhymes. I got a word that everything is going to be double for you in 2022. So hope you take a hold of that and receive. I just got off a Zoom with a group of friends, and we were talking about our goals for 2022 and also basically like what kind of things we've accomplished in 2021. And so before you start making all those goals or quote unquote resolutions for 2022, really step back and be reflective on the things that you're grateful for in 2021, because there are things that you probably say, yeah, I did this, I did that, but really stop and celebrate that. So I'll do like maybe some of the 4 or 5 things for that I'm really glad about in 2021. I guess you would say some amazing things that happen, or big or small. Think about it and write them down. Write them down and celebrate them. One of the largest things that I'm really the most proud of, and I can thank Dr. Will Moreland publicly for that, for nominating me for an honorary doctorate degree that I got later in part of the year. So yes, I am Dr. Pam Perry, and he says that it is an honor because of the life's work that I've been doing over the last 30 years in marketing, PR, and branding. And it's really good to be honored for the things that you do and you love to do and the people that you've helped. I saw Dr. Cheryl Wood as well that said that it's really good when the success that you bring to your work is also coincides with your purpose. So I really feel blessed for that. The other thing that I'm really just glad about in 2021 was the fact that the magazine, even though it was COVID, Speakers Magazine published and put out 12 issues on time in 2021. And that's a major feat. If you've ever done a magazine, it's a jet size. It's not a huge magazine like an old magazine. Well, she doesn't even do hers anymore, but 4 times a year. But to do it every single month is a challenge. And so we had some great covers, starting with Dr. Will Moreland in January. We had Dr. Leanya Lloyd in February, Dr. Geneva in March. I don't want to start naming names, but we ended up with Dr. Cindy Trim at the end of the year, ending the year strong, and she did that as well. The other thing, too, that I just really am really grateful about in 2021 was the Branding Accelerator Group. So the Branding Accelerator Group is part mentorship, part mastermind, part master class, where for 12 weeks, I take on between 5 to 10 people that go through the program with me one-on-one in the group setting, small group setting, and we go over the things that have to do with how to really accelerate your brand. So that was a really thing, because we had 2 groups that graduated, group 1 and group 2, and they did really well. Things that happened, they've got magazine covers, they're in calendars for 2022, just a lot of different things. So really that and also too, one of these things here, this is this is a small thing, but I'm grateful for this cup. Someone gave me my own personal cup, and it says pamperrypr.com on it, and I was like, this is so nice. So the small things that you celebrate really become bigger. So I always say too that it's not necessarily the major things that make up your life. It's the small little things in between. And Oprah even says that too in one of her quotes. Like, if you celebrate the small things in your life, that the things that will happen in your life will continue to grow and get bigger. I'm paraphrasing that right there, but that's one of the things as well. But I just think, hey there, say hello to some of my LinkedIn friends. Greetings for Sherry Burrell, and then also to we see Rhonda Jackson over there. Thank you, Rhonda. I like your I like your LinkedIn profile, and then Clarine as well. Thank you so much, Clarine. And then also there's Kirby. Kirby says, "Thank you. That is huge. Thank you so much." I that's one of the things. The thing that I wish that would have happened was that my mom and my dad, who passed in 2019, 6 weeks apart, they were married almost 60 years, close to 60 years, and they weren't here to really physically see it. But I know they're looking down and from heaven and just saying, "Go girl, go girl." So that was really cool. So the other thing too in 2021, there was, we weren't really, we got our vaccinations. At least some of us did. If you're smart, I would think you get your vaccinations. So we were coming back to some in-person things in 2000 in 2020 we didn't, and so 2021 things were kind of getting back to normal. People got the vaccinations and we were having things. So one of the things that's really amazing is that we did a girls trip to Punta Cana, and we celebrated birthdays in December, because December birthdays, they kind of get slighted a little bit. So we celebrated Dr. Portia Lockett, Pamela Dover, and Diana Cutts, and we went to it was 8 of us, and we all went to Punta Cana, and we had such a great, amazing trip. And it was like old times, because we hadn't really seen each other in over a year, right? So because of COVID and that sort of thing. So we did get together, and that was really, really fun, because we hadn't done that in a while. And I don't think, if things had been quote unquote regular, I don't think we would have gotten together. But because so many of us hadn't seen each other in so long, Pam said, Dover, she said, let's get together and do this trip. So we had a really great time there, and did the boat and did the whole thing. It was like a flash girls trip, but it was really, really good. The other thing that was really a blessing in 2021 is this podcast. So I'm on podcast number 60. It's just over a year or so, but I've been consistent every single week. And you can go to pamperrypodcast.com and listen and binge, if you have some time, of all of uh, the podcasts. And I've had great guests, people from the Boston Globe to MSNBC to Black Enterprise, people from Hope Magazine, a lot of media professionals and some PR colleagues as well. But they basically were telling people how they like their media pitches, right? Because if you want press, you want to get out there and get known, you have to pitch the media. So we talked about that on every single episode of how to. We talked about their careers, but we also talked too about how to pitch. We had some people that said exactly what they were looking for. They gave their contact information. There were some people that said, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't. And so I teach in my Ready, Set, Go program a lot of this anyway, but it's always good to hear from someone else. Like, it's kind of like your parents can tell you something over and over again, and then someone else can say something, and it's like, yeah, that sounds really good. And it's like your parents are like, I said that the whole time. But it was really good to have all of my guests. I thank them. They have been gracious. None of them have ever had to cancel. They were all showed up on time. They gave valuable information, and I appreciate them. We did the show notes and we promote them on my Instagram, which is Pam underscore Perry on Instagram. And so you'll see the little teasers of all of the issues there of the podcast. So we got all the magazines, we got all of the podcasts, and then also to the Ready, Set, Go membership community. They're really coming along really, really great. Once a month we meet with them live. We answer Q&A. We have a private forum where people have been doing their one sheets. First finding out what is a one sheet, doing their speaker reels, all the things from soup to nut, A to Z, of what it is that is the secret sauce to put all this stuff together. They've been learning that. And so I tell everything. I hold nothing back. I try to share all of the secrets for the people who are in the Ready, Set, Go Speak community, so that if there's anything that they need in order to be ready to go and to get set to speak, they have everything they need. I give them media leads every week as well. So they're pitching, they're getting on podcasts, radio shows, TV shows. They're doing all sorts of things. So it's a small group of them right now. I invite you to join if you really want to upgrade your brand, learn from me directly. Some of the templates and things that I have in there are really, really good of how to pitch, what to say, who to say, how to find who it is that you want to pitch to, and even the sequence of how to do things. And then there's ebooks in there. It's a lot of in there. But one of the things that's really valuable that's in there that's nowhere else is there's actually 9 media people that I interview for an hour and a half, roughly about an hour, hour and a half. And all of them are, some of them are award-winning journalists, and they tell you exactly what it is that they want from you if you are wanting to pitch them radio, TV, or print. So that's in there as well. The other thing, I'm proud of some of my clients in 2021, in particular, Allison Vaughn. She won Miss Fashion Global. So if you follow Allison Vaughn on Facebook or Instagram, you will see that she has just got a whole new vibe about herself. Dr. Geneva Williams, she's doing fabulous. She just graduated from Goldman Sachs Academy. And just knowing when she started working with me, she didn't even know what her brand was. And now to see Dr. Geneva speak, she's speaking, she's doing her course, her Instagram is on Jam, she's doing things with AARP. That was really good. And then also Nikichi Taifa, she is on track to doing her first TED Talk coming up in 2022. So I'm glad about that. And she's had been regular on Black News Channel and all that kind of thing. And she's been on PBS as well. So I'm proud about her. Chicken Soup for the Soul, they did really, really well with the book. Brina Clark put that whole anthology together, Chicken Soup for the Soul. I'm Speaking Now. I love that book. If you haven't got it, it's on Amazon. You can get it. So they did really good. They did a lot of media coverage. So just really a lot of my clients that did really well this year. Nicole Roberts Jones obviously is doing fabulous. She's on track. She's got her literary agent. She's got the forward for her book. That's done by Dr. Cindy Trim, and she's on track to really getting that book deal. So she did get the agent. The first part is if you want to get a book, you got to get an agent, a really good agent, and also write a really good book. And then also Shayna Rattler, just really walking in God's purpose of what she's doing. So just appreciate them. And when you start naming names without a script, sometimes you forget them. So charge it to my head and not my heart, as people say, because it has been a very fast paced year. So how do you get what you need to do in 2022? How do you have your dreams to come true? So one of the first things I would say is to detox. Detox the bad people out of your life. Bad people, bad clients, whatever it is, take away the negative energy out of your life immediately. Just make a shift, poop, they're gone. Like do not bring that into your bubble in 2022. Only be around good energy, good people. That is so important, whether you're in the right mastermind, the right coaching group, membership group, the right organization or club. Just know that that is number one, because anything that is going to be negative will drain your energy. And so you want to always be in up energy, right? So you want to make sure you do that. That's number one. Number two, I would say if you're going to do something, you want to do something different, it starts with you. You have to change. So what is it that you have to change about yourself in order to achieve these goals? So many times we have these goals and we write them all down. I have my little planner over here. I have several planners. I use Dr. Stacy's planner as well. And you write these goals down of what you want to accomplish. And it's like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But you don't change. You see the goal, but there's a difference between what the goal is and who you are. And there's some stuff in between that you need to change. Whether you need to get more information, whether you need to become more disciplined, whether you need to learn how to come out of yourself and not be so self-conscious, or maybe you need to stop being so egotistical about certain things and just like, okay, it's not about me, and realize that I need to do it this way. So it's so many different things that we need to change in our own personality, character, things in order to reach the goals. Because if you've been putting the same goal on your vision board or on your goal sheet year after year and nothing has not come to pass, say after 5 years, there's the common denominator. It is you. It's something that you're not becoming. All right. So example of people who want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. So you join the club, the health club or whatever. But if you don't have the discipline to go there and listen to the advice of the people who are your health coaches, it's not ever going to change, right? So there's some internal things that you have to change. So that's really the main thing. What do you have to do in order to become better? For me personally, I know the things that I have to do is really say no quickly and mean it. Not no, maybe, not no, I'm gonna give them a second chance, just no, like shut the door, it's done. Okay. It's like, okay, they're good. Goodbye. And be done with it and not be so like, maybe I should have. No, just it's no, because if you feel in your heart that there's something that's not right, then move away from it. Okay. There's people know that about relationships, and you should also know about certain things that you need to be doing. So that's one thing that you have to just change about yourself and just be secure in. The other thing is just to find a new way to enjoy life. So COVID has taught us that, the things that we used to do, we can't really do anymore, at least not the same way. So find other ways where you are going to enjoy life, because when your life is more enjoyable, your energy rises, you have more fun, you can flow in your purpose, you just flow, period. So it made me say that you take up something new that you want to do, where it's like, okay, I can't go here or here, but I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk, or I'm going to do any kind of physical movement. Or for me, I really love to dance. So I have this, a couple of YouTube stations, I guess you would say, YouTube channels that I watch that I love to dance to, Dance Fitness, and 8 is one. And also Jessica is one. So those are like my two favorite, because it's kind of like dance, hip hop kind of thing. So anyway, so those are the things. But in order for you to change and make your dreams come true, there's some things that you have to do. And so that's really what I'm just trying to say there, that you do want to make things that are different. What you said, Clarine says, being able to say no quickly with conviction is very liberating. It is, girl, right? You know what I'm saying? It is so true. And it starts within. It really does. Everything starts from within. And if you do know that the power is within, you will then focus on that. So one of the things too, to make your dreams come true in 2022, and I love marketing. I love social media. I'm a PR person, but don't focus on the social media. Don't focus on the social media. Within. Look at within. Listen to your heart. Listen to the unctions within, what you should be doing. Comparison is the thief of joy. So when you see the gram and you see what's going on, realize that it's just, I won't say it's smoke and mirrors, but a lot of times it's like, it is just not real. You may think it's real, but it's not real. So don't pay attention to that. Read more books. If you're going to pay attention to anything, read more books. I have a list of books over here that I'm planning on going through in 2021, and I'm actually going to put that on my blog. The books that I want to read in 2022, so that you can, read along with me if you want. But yeah, just the gram, even like some of the things on Facebook and things like that, just don't get caught up in the caught up of that, because you will then look at the highlight reel of someone's life and think it's their life. And then you'll look at your life and it's like, oh, my life is not measuring up. Of course, people are going to put out their best stuff, right? It's just like someone who's a athlete. They're going to put out their highlight reel and they're going to shop that around to try and get the scholarships and things like that. But they're not going to put out like the plays that they missed, right? Michigan State is losing at this point right now, so I'm sure they're not going to put that on their highlight reel, right? So you want to make sure that you do take the time, and then also to real connections. If you want to make your dreams come true in 2022, one of the things you have to do is make real connections. When I say real connections, picking up the phone, calling people, not just messaging them, not just sliding in the DM, but actually calling people, doing Zooms with people, making sure that you're making real connections and relationships grow. They take time. Trust takes time. So anything that happens through people. If you're a nice person, a likable person, a person that is authentic and real, you are going to be at the top percentage of people getting things done. If you're a very selfish person, self-centered, and just, always competitive and things like that, you're going to be at the lower end. It's just about the vibration, right? So you want to be at the top part. You want to walk in love. You want to really feel joy. You really want to make sure that everything around you is protected in terms of your energy and things like that. I'm into shining. I'm into sparkles. I'm into stars. Those are the things that I love because those are lights. I'm a light worker, I guess you would say. That's what I am. I'm a light worker. So I love things that are blingy and shiny and that kind of thing. I want to bring joy. That's the whole point. I think a lot of us should be having is like bringing joy. So that's one of the things. So you want to make your dreams come true in 2022. Please heed that advice, especially about the social media, especially about bringing your best A game, making the changes that you need to do in your personal life, detoxing from people that are trying to steal your joy, and do more breath work. Do more breath work. I told my husband the other day, and I said, we got to take a breath. We got to breathe in, and one of the things about the disease, the COVID disease and all of the variants and things like that, it tries to take our breath, right? It's one of the things that it tries to take. So make sure if you do more breath work, that's life-giving, right? The disease is trying to come and just really just tear everything apart. So just know you have your breath. Take deep breaths, a lot of that. It helps relax you. It is one of the best things that you can do. It's a life-giving force. So that's really all I have today. I just want to just come on really, really quick and tell everyone about that your dreams can come true in 2022 if you take heed of these advice and really make sure that, take it step by step, take it quarter by quarter, take it month by month, week by week, day by day. Don't try to do all the things in 2022 the first month of January. Give it some time. Make a list of the media that you want to be in 2022 and say, hey, these are the type of media that I really want to be in. I want to be in this publication. I want to be on this television show. I want to be on these podcasts. And then make it plain, put it on a list, put it on your vision board, and then network with people to see, if you know someone who knows someone, or get into Ready, Set, Go Speak membership, or get into any other program or mastermind where people who hear your vision can help facilitate that. Because if there's anything that's going to happen, it's going to happen through people. And so you have to make sure that you are putting yourself out there and getting known. All right. Oh, you're welcome. Hi, Linda. Oh, she always comes on. Hey, how you doing? So good. And Linda's one of those people where you could tell she's functioning at a high energy level. She is always an exhorter. You could tell certain people that have certain gifts, and I think probably hers is exhortation. So I appreciate you, Linda. Thank you so much. Well, with that, I'm going to end this podcast today because I want people to get out there and get known and start doing the things. So make your vision boards, write your goals down, get in the right circle of people, negate people out of your circle that should not be there, and really watch it happen so your dreams will come true in 2022. So I'm Pam Perry, and I will talk to you later. God bless.
You've been listening to the Get Out There and Get Known podcast, brought to you by PamPerryPR.com, where you'll get insider tips on how to build your platform, pitch the media, and promote yourself with confidence. Head over to PamPerryPR.com and get the exclusive video training on the 7 must-have marketing materials you need before you pitch in order to be considered in media places or superstar stages. PamPerryPR.com, where you help you shine like a superstar.